What's up, guys? Back with another video. This one's about the top 10 must draft light sleepers. Next video is going to be on deep sleepers. But for right now, we're just going to start off with number 10 in light sleepers, and that is going to be Kyle Pitts. Now, hear me out, guys. I know everybody says this is Kyle Pitts' year for the last 4 years, but when you were drafting him, those past 4 years, there were stakes. He was taken, I don't know, like maybe say tight end 7, tight end 6, something like that, where when you picked him, he was your starting tight end. He was going to be your tight end 1. Right now, in the draft, he's like 143, 144, somewhere back around there, taken at like tight end, like, I don't know, 13 or 14. So there is no risk with this guy. He's going to be your tight end 2. He can just sit on your bench all season. That's okay. But if you take him, now you could have that potential upside. We saw him in a couple games, and we've seen him all in training camp with Michael Penix Jr., and he's been looking great. So I'm riding high right now on him, and I would consider him a light sleeper. All right, and for number 9, we got Jalen Waddle. So Jalen Waddle, I'm super high on right now. He's been having a super good training camp. Now, that's all I've heard. He wouldn't previously be on this list if I hadn't heard what I heard about him in training camp. But the Dolphins do a thing where the next day this guy, the standout performer, gets to wear this special color penny or whatever, and he's had those a couple times in training camp. So I know he's been performing super well. But also, Tyreek Hill's been having a bit of a fall off, and if that's the case, Jalen Waddle has the perfect opportunity to step up and become that either wide receiver 1 or wide receiver 1.5 or whatever. But in the past, we've seen him have finishes like wide receiver 15 and super high finishes like that. So I think he is someone that's slept on right now. All right, for number 8, I usually don't want to put rookies in a sleeper list because we've never seen him play in the NFL before, but we got Ted McMillan. Now, I just put him here because I think he's taken right now at like the 72nd pick or something around there, like wide receiver 26, 25, 30, something like that. But this guy he was drafted in the 8th spot in the real NFL draft, and he could have a finish same as Brian Thomas Jr. or like Malik Neighbors, anyone in there, and this guy's being taken at pick 72. I mean, Malik Neighbors was being taken at pick 50 last year. I guess Brian Thomas Jr. was taken a lot later, 100 something back there, but this guy still has so much upside. And just watching the preseason game just now, I know it's just preseason, but he looked phenomenal. He made a couple great catches there, and he looks like he has some decent chemistry with Bryce Young early on. Okay, for 7, I got Mike Evans. I think right now he's being taken around 45, 46, 47, somewhere in there. But I know this guy's old, but this guy's hit 1,000 receiving yards, over 1,000 receiving yards for the last 11 seasons, I think. 9 seasons, maybe it's 11 seasons. But I'm not going to start doubting this guy right now because there's just no reason to doubt him. He can definitely hit 1,000 receiving yards next season with Godwin out for part of the season, but I just don't think age is going to stop him from getting 1,000 receiving yards. He doesn't have the potential to get 1,800 receiving yards, but he definitely has the potential to get 1,100, 1,200, 1,000, even 900 at worst. This guy has got potential, and he has massive touchdown potential too. All right, for my 6th pick, I went on and I took DJ Moore. He's being taken almost exactly where Mike Evans is being taken, but he's a wide receiver 1 in an offense that I hope is only getting better. I know they added that Luther Burden, the rookie receiver, but I don't think that's going to take away from anything DJ Moore related. He's got Caleb Williams now going into his 2nd year, and looking back when Justin Fields went into his 2nd year and developed a bit of chemistry with him, DJ Moore had a super high finish. I think it was 6 or 7. And now Caleb Williams is going into his 2nd year. I'm just assuming that DJ Moore is going to have a top 12 finish at least, which makes his ADP super valuable right now. All right, for my 5th pick, I had Jerry Jeudy, just because this guy's he's being taken around Jalen Waddle, which is crazy. It's like pick 60. This guy is a receiver 1. Yes, trust me, I know the Browns' offense is absolute garbage. Even if they have Shadoo there, I just don't think that there's much upside with this offense. But he is a wide receiver 1 in an offense where his only target competition is David Njoku, even their running backs are like they're hardly an offense. They really don't have an established running back. So if they are throwing the ball, it is either to Jerry Jeudy or David Njoku. And Jerry Jeudy just came off his record season and finished a wide receiver 12, I think, which is where he's being taken right now at 60 is an absolute steal. Even if he's wide receiver 15, that's a great bargain. So that's why I got him high up on the list of light sleepers. All right, for my fourth pick, I picked Breece Hall. I know this one's going to be a bit controversial because I have heard a lot of things in training camp, so it was hard to put him any higher, and it was really hard to put him any lower in this list just because I know his upside. This guy does have an RB 1, 2, 3 upside. We've all seen it 2 seasons ago, but it's concerning that their QB Justin Fields he's a running QB and he's going to take away a lot of touchdowns that are goal line. So it's tough to put him any higher, but right now he's being taken almost at running back 17, 18, and in his worst season, last season, he finished at RB 16. So if he finishes any higher than 16, it's gonna be a steal, and I believe he will finish inside the top 10 just because as a running back, he's very talented. He catches plenty of passes. Justin Fields already talked about him in training camp, that he's got supernatural hands, and you can tell that this guy's a pass-catching running back. So that's why I've chosen to put him right here. All right, for my third light sleeper, I had Marvin Harrison Jr. I know this one is going to be tough, but he's being taken right now at about pick 45, and this guy, I know everyone saw his season last year. It was only like 800-something receiving yards, a couple games missed due to an injury, but that for a rookie season is considered good. So most rookies take the next step and they take the next jump in their next year, and that's exactly what I expect him to do. There's a reason why this guy was taken so high in the regular NFL draft. He is a huge talent, and I only expect him to take the next leap in this second year, and I think he has the upside to get 1,200, 1,300 receiving yards with plenty of touchdowns. So, but after the second year, even the chemistry with Kyler Murray, I expect him to be inside the top 10 wide receivers. So I think he is definite steal, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on him right now. For my second to last light sleeper, I've gone and I've picked Chris Olave. Now this guy he's obviously in a terrible offense, but if healthy, he doesn't have much competition, and I also put him on here because this guy's being taken later than I believe all of these guys. I think he's being taken around the 75th to 80th, which is crazy for a wide receiver 1, like a clear wide receiver 1. He's being taken around like 80. Like, there is no risk in taking him. You can take him in your 6th, 7th round as your like wide receiver 3, wide receiver 4, something like that. So there's no risk in taking this guy, but he has the upside to finish like wide receiver 12, wide receiver 11. I know it's a rookie QB that they're using, and they got to develop chemistry and all that kind of stuff, but just the value that he brings is so good where he's positioned right now. Now, if he starts moving up, he would start moving way back on this list. He probably wouldn't even be on this list if he moved up even like 15 spots, just because I know their offense is absolutely garbage, and they do have a decent second with Rashid Shaheed. So, but right now, I just think his value is great, and I think a lot of people are sleeping on him. Hopefully, he doesn't move up in his ADP, just because then he's not really a sleeper anymore. He's just standard pick, but... And for my final light sleeper of this draft, yes, it's a tight end, but it's Sam Laporta. You guys are all forgetting. 2 seasons ago, this guy was a tight end 1. 2 seasons ago, this guy had the Brock Bowers season. Except right now, Brock Bowers and Trey McBride are being taken in the 20th, 21st, 22nd pick, somewhere in there, in the early, either late second round, early third round. Even some people are even taking them in the early second round. But Sam Laporta has the exact same upside as them right now, but is being taken at like pick 60. You can literally have the same upside and same potential as those two tight ends, but all the way back in pick 60. You can take him with your 5th round pick, and you got the exact same upside as them. He is just as talented. He had a slight injury thing last year, and the Lions, they just got rid of their offensive and defensive coordinator. Their offensive coordinator, it was a little bit tricky for him to get just a super steady amount of receiving yards and targets and stuff like that. But I'm hoping with this new offensive coordinator, he can just get maybe more of a traditional play style where he's just getting targets and they're not doing as many like of these trick plays and stuff where he's really touchdown reliant. But he is my number one light sleeper in the draft. And when I say light sleeper, I mean picks that are really early on in the draft, say like 80 or lower. I know Kyle Pitts is about 140, but I'm trying to do like 80 or lower. And my next video is going to be deep sleepers. It's going to be the people like, I don't know, some people talk about like Ray Davis on the Bills. That would be an example of like a deep sleeper, someone who's 140 plus, someone who you might not even draft, who might just be on the waiver wire in the end. So, yeah, stay tuned for that video. Like and subscribe.